And just how did the ankle feel, being back out there for the first time in a while?
I felt great. Back to normal. Felt great just being out there, being able to get up and down the floor with my teammates. I'm just happy to be back. Woke up early this morning, just excited to play. So definitely happy I'm back healthy.
14-point first quarter for you. What do you think about your overall performance and just early start?
I was just trying to be aggressive. I know it was an early game for us, just trying to bring the energy. So that's what I did first quarter. Obviously, we didn't come out with the win. Second half wasn't too good for us, especially that third quarter. But obviously, it's some things we need to correct to get better.
You had a couple moments out there where you were interacting with Quentin Grimes. Was it weird seeing him in a different jersey today?
Oh, no, yeah, for sure. I mean, obviously, he's been doing a hell of a job over there. I'm happy for him, excited for him. So it's always great to see people you play with anytime in the league. So, like I said, I'm just happy for him and can't wait to see him continue to blossom.
Obviously, you guys had a few chances there at the end to kind of come up with something, but what did you see in terms of, like, execution, especially there on that final shot?
I think overall, just the whole game, we were terrible on the offensive end when it comes to turnovers. We beat ourselves with that. So we had 15 turnovers. That's unacceptable. And in the fourth quarter, we had a couple too. So it shouldn't even got down to the last shot. And honestly, if we don't turn the ball over, we win the game.
With everything that's happened in the past few weeks, I mean, I think some fan anger is understandable. But is it frustrating when you're at the free throw line and like people are saying stuff?
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, the trades happen. We understand we have a new team now. All that fire Nico stuff, we're sick and tired of hearing it. We just want to go out there and play. We want the fans to support us no matter who's on the floor. So that's just how I feel about it.
Najee Marshall stepped up a lot and, had a few dominant games. How much is his impact when he's clicking?
It means a lot. Obviously, when you got a guy that can do everything on the floor, it's great for us. I mean, he can guard the best player. He can bring the ball up. He can pass the ball. He can score. I think he's a great player, and I'm just glad he's getting the time out there to show how good he is and just to keep getting better. I think, obviously, we have a good group of guys. We just got to get healthy and just keep going. Thank you, guys.
Max, PJ was telling us that he's kind of sick and tired of hearing the Fire Nico chants. Just what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I mean, definitely not pleasant to hear, but I can't really comment much on that, to be honest. I don't really want to comment on that. So,
how do you guys? No pressure to comment on, obviously, but how do you guys go about just kind of tuning that out in the locker room? And like, what's the message from coach about that, maybe?
Yeah, I mean, we're professionals, and our job is to come out here and perform regardless of the circumstances that we're in. We get paid a lot of money just to play basketball, so. For us, we have little things like that may be distracting and whatnot. It shouldn't affect us. We're professionals. We're the best at what we do in this sport. So, distractions are going to be there, and we got to be able to move forward and move past them and not let those affect us.
PJ kind of said the offense was terrible throughout the game. You guys had 23 fast break points in the first half. I think that was the most throughout the season. Mm-hmm. I think you only scored like 5 in the second half. Mm-hmm. Between the two halves in terms of getting out the transition.
Yeah, I just think the third quarter really hurt us, to be honest. If you look here, we lost the third quarter by 16 points. So, that's going to hurt us when we come out of the break like that with no energy. Just us as a group, we have to do a better job. We're already down a lot of guys, and we need to provide that energy for ourselves. There isn't really a lot of reinforcements coming at the moment, for this game in particular. So, we got to leave it all out there on the floor, and we got to come out with a better sense of urgency in that second half to start at least. And we won the fourth quarter, but that third quarter is what lost us the game.
Is it hard to create that energy when there's not much time to get a breather there on the bench just because you got so many guys coming in?
You could say it's more difficult, but there's no excuse for that. So we have 8 guys, and those 8 guys need to provide energy. So it's tough when we don't have as many, but we can't sit here and say that we didn't win the game because we don't have enough players. It's not an excuse, and that's not acceptable. So,
how good was it to have PJ back out there?
Oh yeah, it's great. He's obviously a phenomenal player for this team and provides a lot of problems for the opposing team offensively, and defensively as well. So, it was good for him to get out there, and 32 minutes in his first game back with 29 points is pretty impressive, for someone of his caliber, especially. He's such a great player, and so we expect that. And but still, great to have him back for sure.
Even so, you're still undersized out there. How tough is it to put up a wall against teams?
Yeah, it's tough. Yeah, I mean, it's tough. We're not necessarily the tallest team, and, that makes rebounding and rim protecting a little bit more difficult. But, again, we can't sit here, come up here and sit here after every loss and say, hey, we're not tall enough to win games, right? So that's not acceptable, and we're still just going to, move past this and go forward and continue to try and win as many games as possible because at this point in the season, every game matters, especially for seeding, so.
Max, what helps you mentally reset after a game and get back in the game the next day?
I think first and foremost, reevaluating, yourself, how you felt you could have done better, what you did well, what you want to continue to do. I think film's a big part of it as well. Sometimes we'll watch it as a team. Sometimes you watch it individually with coaches or individually on your own as well. I think doing that it's really just a lot of self-evaluation. And then, you go from there. You obviously keep continuing the things you did well and find things you want to improve on. And, every day is a new day, in the NBA especially. So
Get away from the game, though, and come back? Personally, like, what do you
Oh, I mean, yeah, for sure. I mean, you don't take what happens in this arena and bring it home necessarily. So when I leave the arena after this, I'm not going to necessarily be hard stuck thinking about the game. There's already enough stress in this to deal with that. So you need to be able to compartmentalize the game, and there's a time and a place where you need to lock in when you step through those doors, and then when you leave, there's a time and a place to enjoy yourself, but also staying locked in on other things as well.
Just to follow up on that, there's a lot about this business that people don't necessarily understand. Coming to a new city, I think Jason Kidd mentioned you're in a hotel maybe. Just talk about, the mental toughness that this situation has kind of presented to you and how you think it's going to help you as a person in your career. Like, what are you learning from this moment in Dallas?
Yeah, I mean, getting traded is never easy. One thing I've learned throughout this process is how easy it is to use excuses. And I think, for me personally, there's a lot of excuses that I could make, about this whole process, right? But for me, it's just important to continue to focus on what I can and be disciplined. I think that's the most important thing. Coming to a new city and staying in a hotel for a little while and trying to figure out your teammates. There's all excuses you can make that are half true, but at the end of the day, you're not being real with yourself, right? So you still need to be a professional. You still need to produce. That's what we get paid to do. That's what we're supposed to do as professionals in this game. So it's tough for sure, but there is no, you can't use that as a fallback when things aren't going well. So
What was working for you offensively tonight, today?
yeah.
Carry that over into the future.
Confidence was there today for sure from the work that I've put in, and shot was falling. I thought, when I needed to be, I was aggressive towards the rim as well. I didn't think I forced anything necessarily. I rebounded the ball really well. So my confidence was there, and I was just a lot more physical, a lot more assertive in that. Just, when I'm in that kind of mode, it leads to a lot of good things for me.
Earlier, you said a lot of self-evaluation. You just talked about today, but what areas of your game would you say has grown the most in Dallas, and what area would you say that you're continuing to work on the most?
I think, honestly, for me, since I've been here, at least when I first got here especially, just my assertiveness and confidence and aggressiveness was there. And that's something I've been working on, really a lot of my life, and especially this season too. So, I had a stretch when I first got here that I was super confident, aggressive, and assertive, and things worked out well for me. And then I had a stretch recently where I wasn't so much, and you could see that reflected in my play. So today was a great step forward for me, just kind of moving past that, having that confidence, having that aggressiveness, to catch and shoot, to playoff closeouts, just to make the right play. And now for me, it's just continuing to do that, and be consistent with it. So today was a great step in the right direction, and I'm all about progress over perfection, and, today was great progress. So
Thanks, sir.
thanks, appreciate it.
What did you just see in the third quarter?
Yeah, we were flat. In the first half, we attacked it. We attacked the paint and did a lot of good things. And then the third quarter, we were just flat. And offensively, we missed some shots. But I thought we was more ISO instead of just moving the ball. So we can get better at that. And on the defensive end, we just gave up some offensive rebounds. We, kind of just stood there and watched.
I know there were a couple chances there at the end, specifically the last play. Was that the play that was called, or it looked like there was a miscommunication? Maybe Clay was coming over to get it.
Yeah, Clay was coming to get it. Najee's our quarterback. He made the right play in the sense of thinking maybe Clay was covered, so he went to Spence, and Spence took a good shot. He just hit back rim and had a good opportunity there.
6 of his last 7 games, Najee Marshall, he's scored over 20 points. What about the last few weeks? Have you seen a mindset shift or just a situation that he's been put in that's allowed him to be so productive?
Yeah, I think it's both. I think the situation with 8 players, and then also just his ability to play off the dribble, to score, and then play make. So he's playing at a high level, and again tonight or this afternoon, he did the same thing.
What you think about PJ, first time back in?
Yeah, first time in a while. I thought it was really, really good. A lot of good things. He helped us score, and then defensively he was good. So it was good, so hopefully he comes out of this clean.
Asked Max about his success tonight, just coming off the bench and knocking down shots. He said confidence had a big thing to do with it. How big is confidence for a young player in this league?
Yeah, I think confidence is huge, especially when you're a shooter. And I thought Christie did a really good job of catch and shoot. And then if it didn't, his ability to drive it and look for his teammates. But I think one of his first baskets was a layup. So sometimes as a shooter, when you can get that layup, the basket opens up. And again, confidence is big. And again, this afternoon he played well.
Coach, we lost Slick Watts, I think either yesterday or earlier today. Just thoughts about him as a person, if you knew him, or just his career from what you remember growing up.
Yeah, I didn't know Mr. Watts that well, but with the Supersonics and being able to be Mr. Seattle, just understanding he had an incredible career. And was very talented and did, not just on the basketball court, but off the court with youth sports and basketball. He did a lot there. So it's unfortunate we lost a good one. Thanks.